everyone, welcome back to RambleLyf. Hope you're having a good day today. I'm doing well. I've got a new addition to the village today. I've built this Fletcher shop back here. I've taken some inspiration here for this Fletcher shop from RambleLyf. I took his Fletcher shop idea and kind of pulled apart the individual pieces, added a few of my own ideas to it, and came up with this little building right here. Let me take you through the place here and kind of show you what I got going on. So we start off here with this automatic chicken cooker. It's a little slow, but it does do the job. I am getting quite a few feathers. Been putting them over here in this barrel over here. What I did do with this thing, though, a couple of things. I've got an axis up here to the top where I can add chickens if I want to. Throw some eggs in there. Oh, wait, we got ourselves an egg. There is a little bit of an interior here, but not much. It's just kind of in here for fun. The other thing that I did with this is I've got an output over here for eggs. So I took one of the hoppers that takes the eggs from the chickens, and I am dumping them out to this chest, which looks like it's gotten full up. It's only the one hopper here, though, that is doing it. And yeah, it is totally backed up. Interesting. Along with the chicken cooker here, we have another build back here. It's this little tower here. In RambleLyf's build, this tower is actually on top of the chicken cooker. This is a bamboo farm. It is a zero-tick bamboo farm. It's doing pretty good. I'm not going to need a lot of these resources, so they're here just in case I need them. The thing that I did add to this is if you go into here, I added an auto crafter, which is right here. So one of the hoppers from the bamboo farm, actually two of them, lead into the auto crafter. And that leads into these. So we're getting blocks of bamboo. I do have a couple of Fletchers in here. Kind of built this nice little Fletcher house. RambleLyf's build had a kind of Fletcher house, like, a Fletcher shop part, like right in here. And then the archery range was over here. And I've kind of reversed that. I've got the archery range here in the middle. And then I've added this house. I've added the house, and then the shop is part of it. I really kind of wanted to make a mini game out of this. So the idea was that you would have 3 shots. You'd fire the 3 shots at a target, and then I'd have copper bulbs that would light up and show you the best shot of the 3, and that would be your score. You know, we could have like archery contests that way. But I haven't been able to figure out the redstone for it. Copper bulbs, you know, when you hit them with the redstone, they turn on, but they don't turn back off unless you like throw a redstone signal at them again. I mean, they will fade over time, but that's a fairly long period of time. So resetting them in a timely manner is a problem that I haven't been able to figure out how to overcome. I'm not very good at redstone, so it is what it is there. These guys are doing pretty good here. I'm gonna get a nice stock of arrows. I can take the bamboo and turn it into sticks and trade to these guys. Overall, I feel like this gives a nice functional touch to the entire village, and that's kind of the plan here. Really, I want every building of this village to have a functional purpose. You know, whether it's a farm or, you know, even if it's just a building for some villagers to be in that you can trade to, you know, for whatever their profession is. That's what I want to do with this village. I want this to be a fairly sizable village once you know, when we get closer to the season ending. But I want everything in it to have a purpose for being here. Which kind of brings me to my next thing over here. I've got the villager breeder here. I've got the village storage for that in here. I did end up adding a powered rail that I turn on with a button to stop guys here, so I can give them professions here. And then the next building next door is a zombification building. I did end up getting a zombie in here. I kind of got lucky. I was here. It got dark one night, and there was a zombie that I was able to get in here pretty easy. I've named him Bob. Just Bob. But really what I'd like to do next is, so the villager breeder here, I've got this little house here, which is actually supposed to be... guys, that's a problem. So I've got this villager here, who's not supposed to have a friend, and this is supposed to be a carrot farm. There is a hopper underneath of him that leads down below, and it's supposed to collect carrots, and it's only collected one. This is just kind of a temporary setup while I figure this out, because I realized pretty quickly that it's not working properly, because I have this in the wrong place. It really should be like right here. But I did it wrong. Yeah, so I got that part wrong, and I need to fix it. And that has also kind of given me the idea that I kind of want to redo this a little bit. This whole farm setup a little bit kind of needs to be redone. So I would like to have, besides the carrot farm, I would like to have a potato farm and a beetroot farm. And I think that I can put those houses up here, or even those farms up here, and then have that output kind of filter down from all three of those farms to a kind of small structure here. I think that would be kind of cool. A lot of hoppers involved, or maybe water streams and some things to fire out to it. Not sure exactly how that's going to work out yet, but that means that I really kind of need to redo this entire farm, to make it a little bit more friendly to that sort of thing. I need to break it up, so it's not all carrots. I do have temporary farms down there for wheat and potatoes and beetroots, but I want to get rid of those. I might keep the wheat farm, or I might change that into some sort of like flower garden, because I do have sniffer eggs that I kind of want to make into some sort of build at some point, and have sniffers. And then even further on, these guys have all got to move too. So I think I'm going to jump in here and get started on redoing this. We'll probably have to put all these guys in like boats for temporary until we get things kind of rearranged. But yeah, we're going to do that and get this all set up. So we've got the first farm all set up here, and it is working just fine. I have been down below and checked, and we are getting carrots put in there. So we are good there. We do have this fence here, kind of separating them, and we still have this over here to work with. And then I've got to set up the other two farms. And I think I'm going to end up putting them at the same level as this one, which means terraforming out that area over there a little bit. I did make schematics here of the area that we got, and we'll turn those on for the moment. So yeah, that is basically where the new farms are going to go. We got a fence here that will take up this area. That'll take care of that and end up kind of cutting across here. We'll have to fix that here in a minute. And that will take care of that. Like I said, we got to dig this out. That'll change that up quite a bit. And eventually we're going to have to do a lot of terraforming on this hill over here. So let me get the other two houses built and get them set up, and then we'll come back and take a look. So this has worked out better than I thought it would, to be honest. These little houses here are doing their thing. We've got our farmer inside each one who is collecting the stuff that is being thrown at them by these guys. I do have, you know, ways to get in between each of the fields. The villager breeder is still working pretty good. I do have a bee nest here. I'm not actually collecting honey off of it, although I probably could. We have carrots, we have beetroot, we have potatoes, and then I have an extra load of carrots over here for the villager breeder. The hardest part of this whole thing was actually putting together the hopper chain that leads from each of the carts over to the output, which is down here at the bottom of the hill. So this is the output from all the farms. We get our carrots in here. We have beetroots and beetroot seeds in here. Although for some reason I'm getting some potatoes and carrots and bone meal in here. And I think it's just by chance. I think one of these hopper chains actually just kind of like, yeah, see, I've got a hopper chain that actually runs right underneath of this here. And so I think that's where it's picking up the bone meal. And then the other one is like running along this fence. And these guys between the fields do try to throw stuff at each other every once in a while. So I think that's how I'm getting a mix of stuff. But that's fine. Yeah, see, I'm getting a little bit of beetroot in here with the potatoes. I am getting some poison potatoes, which could be used. So this farm is working out pretty well. Everything seems to be in order. A couple of other things that I have been working on in between. So Liam stopped by and he paid for the armor stand art that I put in his barn. He gave me another right template and some diamonds, which is awesome. We seem to be having a thunderstorm, which actually Liam is been looking for, so I'm gonna let him have that and not sleep. I built this mud farm over here. It's a fairly standard mud farm. It is doing everything it needs to do. If I go over here, alright. The weather's got me a little concerned. If I go over here, I've got this big hole here that leads all the way down. Down here towards the ancient city. Yep. Thunderstorm. We get all the way down here to the bottom. I do need to get some more torches in. Yep, this is a long way down. Alright, so that takes us down all the way to minus 41, which is right next to the ancient city. The ancient city is right over there. And then there's this. As I was doing some exploring around here, I found this zombie spawner. And I was like, well, you know, I do need to repair tools every once in a while. And so, let's farm some zombies. So, the zombies, they spawn in there, and they get shot up about 25 blocks or so. They come down over here, and then we can collect our XP. And then get the results of that in these chests. I have been putting some stuff in here to get cooked up. Yeah, so we have direct access to the ancient city. Now, I am still going to put in the road that comes down here, which will actually end up coming right past here, which I think will be cool. Coming down from the outside of the castle. This is just kind of my secret way down. I mean, it's not so secret because it's just a big hole in the ground right now, and the castle hasn't been built. But it gives me some quick access down here. I'm probably going to put in water elevators in here so that I don't have to use this ladder all the time. But I want to design this tower with a spiral staircase in mind in the center of it. Because this is going to be the staircase tower that goes to the upper levels that are above ground. But I want to do that before I make a big mess down here with a water elevator. Also, I ran out of, like, bricks. And so I need to be able to finish going all the way up with this. I hope all my villagers are fine. Because they could get turned into... The one thing about having an open field here for the farms is that during storms, they could get turned into witches. Fortunately, I've got the breeder here, so if need be, I could replace them. But I'd rather not... I don't really want to, unless I absolutely have to. These guys keep trying to throw stuff at each other. They're not going to make little villagers, though, because there's not enough beds for them. See? Unrequited love between two villagers. With that, I am out of time for this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button down below. And if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, let's hope I don't get hit by lightning. And I'll see you. Goodbye.